Gore Whores. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 20 of the Gory Hole Podcast. My name is Jenny.
My name is Nikki.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Again,
Thank
I
you.
love it. It is weird. Really into spooky season now.
Yep, it happened.
It happened. It feels like fall
It
now.
got a little crisp
It's
outside.
very crisp
It's getting
outside.
dark earlier, and it's
Yeah.
since it hasn't done that stupid daylight savings yet. It's which I have a love-hate relationship with, because in the morning when I get up now for work, it's fucking dark, and I'm like, I don't want to get out of bed.
Right.
But then it also gets dark early at night, so it's really a double-edged shit storm if you think about it.
Yeah. Daylight savings makes me so angry. I feel like it serves no fucking purpose.
Yeah, not anymore, because we're not in the 1700s.
Right. And
So-
I feel like every single fucking president has been like, I'm going to take away daylight savings. Not one fucking person has done it. It's like, I feel like that could
Yeah.
be the easiest thing.
Yep.
Like,
It's been talked about a lot, but here we are.
Just do it.
Here
Some
we are.
states, I think, do it.
Yeah, I
but-
think so too. I believe, I think there's one or two, at least that I know of, that don't participate.
Yeah. And that's smart.
Agreed.
Because it's stupid.
But I do love it in the summer when the days are so long and it stays light till like 9. Oh, I do love that part.
Well, we should just get it to that point and then just leave
And
it.
then
Don't do the fall back part. Just like, let's spring forward one time and then never do it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that would be perfect.
That's true.
Because it messes with people.
It does.
Yeah. But,
It does.
yep, it's spooky season. It feels nice and crisp. I have a pumpkin beer today.
Oh, yeah. Getting in the
I
mood.
haven't actually had a beer on, I think, when we've recorded in a while.
Yeah?
I think, I've just kind of had my soda the past several times, I think.
Okay.
But, so,
Very responsible.
there
of
might
you.
be some burps.
Oh, no.
There might be,
Stay tuned.
but a fake one for now. There we go.
Kept going.
Okay, what should we start with?
Man, I don't know. Let's start with we haven't addressed Ethel in a while.
We haven't.
She's looking extra gory today.
Extra gory, for sure. I stuck an eyeball in her mouth.
She has an eyeball up in her mouth.
Yeah, and I had to, like, really
It's real,
shove it in
real
there.
creepy.
Like, I'm really kind of hoping it's going to pop out
Ooh, it
randomly.
might. Yeah, because it's hanging on. The only thing that's keeping it in there is the weird, like, tackiness of her silicone lips.
Okay, would you be sad or would you die laughing if it just shot out and it hit Todd in the forehead?
Oh, I would laugh.
No, thank you.
I would laugh. It does have some obstacles to get through
Yeah,
to
I
get to his
don't
forehead.
think there's any way it'll
But I
actually
would
hit him,
definitely
but
laugh. Why would you think I'd be sad?
I
I
don't
would
know.
not be sad.
I don't
No.
know. I just wanted to
No.
throw it in there as an
Todd,
option.
Todd literally threw me on the floor last night.
What?
It was an accident.
Out of rage, not passion.
What happened?
He would never. He's never like hurt me. Also, I'm his size and I could fight back, so I don't think he would. No, for real though. Last night though, we have this thing where we just fuck with each other. So if my hands are cold, like I had just eaten ice cream and I was holding the ice cream like cup thing. So my hands were really cold and he was like taking his shirt off, take a shower. So I go and I run and I put my hands on his bare belly or back or whatever I can find. And that's just like our game we play. If his hands are cold, he'll run up and try to get them on me and vice versa. So I did that to him and his response was to shove me onto the bed. Like the bed was right behind me and he was like, ah! And he pushed me on the bed and I promptly, like I hit like the corner of the bed and like rolled and it was like a slow motion fall onto the floor. And I was laughing so hard that I was like snotting up and crying. And then he runs over and he's like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you okay? I didn't mean to. And I was like, abuse.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I
That's
started
exactly what,
screaming.
like you assaulted me.
Oh, it was good.
I do shit like that to Ryan all the time. Like my feet get really cold.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
sometimes like if he's asleep and I'm still awake and I notice they're really cold, I'll like put them like on his butt cheeks or
Yep.
something, and he'll be like, ah.
Yeah. No,
And
that's
it's
our
the
game as
best.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
To make your partner uncomfortable is really the goal. That's what I like to do.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to do it too.
Like Todd's really good about he never shows his butt crack. Like he'll always wear like an undershirt or something. So when he bends over, there's never like his crack is not open for yodeling.
I live with constant butt crack exposure.
So tell me you put things in there.
I have, yeah.
Okay, because that's what like if there's ever like he gets out of the shower or like he's in a weak moment and his shirt isn't tucked in or whatever, my finger goes down in his butt crack.
Yeah, same.
Or
yeah.
whatever, a pin, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever's
so
nearby.
if you're going to show it to me, I'm going to put shit in it. But he's
Yeah.
very good about that. But when I see butt cracks in public, I want to like put an ice cube or like a quarter or something in there.
A pencil.
A pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they look horrified, you're like, shouldn't have shown it to me.
Yeah. It's like, you're the one who exposed yourself. This is really on you. Like, don't blame me.
Yeah.
I thought I'd mention this because I reposted it on our TikTok page. Your little TikTok page of you, places you're going to put Todd.
Yes. Yes.
We
Did
haven't
you
talked-
advertise it?
I advertised it on our page.
Nice. I'm glad.
So I wasn't sure if you wanted to tell people
Sure.
if they want to
I
follow
will.
it.
I don't put much effort into it, so don't expect a lot.
But it is funny.
But it's my TikTok page is called I Love to Hate My Husband. And we talked a while back about how like we'll be on a walk and I'll just be like, I'm going to cut you up and I'm going to put you in that manhole. And that's just a normal conversation that we have. So I started making TikToks out of my threats to him. And it's just always a new place where I'm going to put him or where how I'm going to kill him or whatever. I don't usually straight up say kill him because I don't want anybody to like report me.
You're going in there.
I usually say you're going in there.
You're going in.
You're going in there, or I'm going to put you in there, or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I've got, I don't know, I don't know how many videos, probably 10 or less.
Yeah. It's new, but it's
It's
funny.
new. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So yeah, you should go follow. I love to hate my husband.
I love to hate my husband. Yeah.
It's funny, and you'll get to see more of Todd since you don't get to see him very much. His face is on these.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good
What
stuff.
should we do next?
We got an email from Slam.
Oh yeah, let's read Slam's
Let's do
email.
that. Oh, you got mail.
You've got mail.
One more time.
One more time. It takes forever to like start over.
You've got mail.
There we go. There we go.
I like it.
You've got mail. Okay, so Slam, our buddy Slam sent us an email. Since we read Slam's email, I don't know if that was the last one of the last couple episodes.
It was one of the last times.
And
I think it
Slam
was the last one,
signed,
actually.
Slam signed the email Slam, and I was like, ooh, I hope that's not a typo, and that's really what Slam goes by. It turns out it is what Slam goes by.
Yes, Slam.
So, Slam says, hey, gory gals. Hey.
Hi.
Thank you for the giggles during your last trivia game. Every time I started to feel the rage rising up, it was to be beaten down by a sorry, Slam. I'm still smiling about it.
Yay.
You're welcome. He goes on to tell us how he got the nickname Slam, because his real name is Samuel. He got the nickname Slam from a friend in high school. He said, if you asked a teacher or a coach, it's because of how I hit people playing football. He slammed them. Let's see. But the real reason for the name was how I drank beer and partied. He slammed beers.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to skip down to... Oh, okay. He has a fun, spooky season prank.
Okay.
It's called The Wall of Light. You need 3 people to pull this off. 2 in on the joke and that one jumpy friend. Go for a drive at dusk. As soon as the sun goes down, park the vehicle in the middle of a graveyard. Chat for a little bit. Let the jumpy one get comfortable.
Make them feel safe.
As soon as they are comfortable, the other 2 get out of the vehicle and leave the doors open so the cab light makes a wall of light they can't see past. Make sure you take the keys to the vehicle and the jumpy one's phone. For additional fun, move around the headstones calling for help from the jumpy one. That is a expert level game or prank to play on a friend. Nice. Would you do that?
I'd probably be the jumpy friend. Let's just be real.
Really?
I feel like I would probably be the victim in that.
No shit.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I think I'd be like, yeah, let's go fuck Ginny up.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
I can't say I've ever like casually driven into a graveyard with my friends though.
Yeah, I feel right there. I would be alarmed. I'm like, why are we doing this?
You would never get comfortable.
No, I'd be like,
why are we doing this?
I mean, well, okay. Actually, I could see you and me randomly going to a graveyard.
I guess, yeah, that's true. We never have, but I would do that.
I would do that too.
I would absolutely
I kind
do
of
that.
find them peaceful sometimes.
So what? Then you wouldn't be scared. Which is it, Ginny?
I guess it depends on who I'm with, though.
Okay.
I guess if it's
Okay,
with you, it
okay.
probably wouldn't be that bad. But if it's just like 3
if we had
random
a
people and I'm
group-
like, why the fuck are we in a graveyard?
Okay, that's
Why?
fair.
Why?
And especially
I know
if
I have
they-
fucked up friends who would like this, but it's not you guys. That's where I'm like, okay,
Okay.
I'm about to die.
That's fair. Okay. Okay, and then Slam has a question for the main man, Todd. Are you listening, Todd?
I am.
Okay. Osborne, Dio, or Martin for the singer in Black Sabbath?
I feel like a tie is a lame answer, so if I had to choose, I'd go Dio.
Dio is
But,
number
I
one?
I don't. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I'll take Ozzy or Dio.
Not
over
Martin. Wait, not Martin?
Right.
Okay. Slam says he's a fan of all for different reasons. I'm surprised you didn't say Ozzy. My immediate answer is Ozzy. I love Dio as well, but Ozzy is, I don't know, like he is Black Sabbath to me. He was the original. No, was Martin the original? When was Martin? No, Ozzy was
Years, I have
original.
no idea. Yeah, Ozzy.
I don't
was
know
original.
when. So I wonder if Martin was between Ozzy and Dio or after. I don't know. Anyway, Ozzy is Black Sabbath for me. Are you a big enough Black Sabbath fan to have an
I
opinion
knew
on this,
Ozzy.
Jamie?
I don't know who the other two
Okay.
are. I only know.
Well, I've talked about Dio before. Dio was the guy I chose to be the living person to be in a horror movie. Remember we
that's
had
right.
that one a
Okay,
while back?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's done solo stuff and also had a band called Rainbow and then was the singer for Black
Yep.
Sabbath for a while.
I know what you've taught me over the
Okay.
years. That's about it.
Very
though.
good, Grasshopper. Martin, I'm not super familiar with.
Yeah.
And that makes me think that was not great years of Black Sabbath. So
Probably.
there you go. And then Slam also says, I'm still waiting for your review of Hobo with a Shotgun. Slam,
It's on the to-do list.
we are very sorry. It got off of the radar, but
It did, yeah.
I am currently obtaining that completely legally, and I'm going to watch it very soon and review it just for you.
Yes.
So it is back on the list, and we'll be watching it soon.
Yeah.
We
I'm
will
planning
report
on
back.
watching it before we record again too.
Nice. Okay. We'll report back.
All right. Email.
Thank you for your
Check.
email.
Bye, Slam.
Bye, Slam.
And sorry in advance for any trivia that may come up in the next several episodes. So sorry,
Yep.
Slam.
Sorry, Slam.
Became a kind of a fun catchphrase that episode though.
It's so easy to say. Rolls
I
off
know.
the tongue.
Could be good on a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Slam.
Sorry, Slam.
Yep. Okay. So, have you watched much?
I
I've been
have
kinda
not
busy.
really. I don't think we have. Todd, we haven't watched anything new, have we? I don't think we have. We haven't.
I thought we did.
I think we've not since we've recorded last. I don't think so. We've got some stuff we downloaded. Sorry, we are going to stream free and legally the Terrifier movies. Those are on the list to watch because Terrifier 1, 2, and then 3 came out just like very recently.
Yes.
Those are on my list. I don't think we've actually watched anything scary since last time.
I haven't really watched much of anything. I
Yeah.
was at baseball games like all last week.
Oh yeah. Aren't the Royals like doing well or something?
No, they lost. They're done.
Oh, okay.
They're well,
Tier.
they made it to the postseason,
Okay.
and they were playing the Yankees in the ALDS, but they lost.
I know what that is.
Yep.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
What's ALDS?
Like basically
Is that like that
the-
church cult
I don't
thing?
know the championship of this league. Like there's two
Okay.
leagues in
Okay.
MLB.
Okay.
There's the National League and the American League.
Okay.
And then the winners of both those.
American League
Mhm.
DS. What's DS? Disco Steve. American
Fuck,
League.
what does the DS stand for?
American
Oh, I feel stupid.
League.
American League
Dick
something
Slip.
series.
Oh, series. Okay. American
What does the
League.
D stand for?
You know what the D stands for.
Hang on.
American League
I feel stupid that I don't know this. ALD
DoorDash series. I don't know.
Division series.
Okay. American League Division Series.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's like the National League.
Okay. Is that the
Um,
NLDS?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And then the winners of those go to the World Series.
And we're not one of them.
Nope, Yankees won the
Aw.
ALDS,
Aw.
which I'm kind of a Yankees fan, but not really. Fuck the Yankees right now. I don't like them.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Nice.
I was at the postseason games,
Mm-hmm.
but the cool thing was at these games, and I texted Nikki and I sent her little instructions on how to reply to my next text too. I was like, Nikki, I know you don't care about sports, but I need you to pretend to be really excited because I just need to tell somebody.
Yes.
And she was prepared.
I was
And then I
prepared.
sent a picture because Patrick Mahomes was sitting directly behind me.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And yeah, she acted excited. I was so
I
happy.
mean, I know who he is.
Yeah.
Good for you.
She told me to show him my tits. I
I
did
did.
not.
I did.
I did not.
I said, show
but-
him your tits, and she said, no, thank you. And I was like, what's the point then?
Didn't want to get thrown out of the
So was
game.
he like behind you? Like it looked like he was like up in a suite.
He
but
was in a
behind
suite,
you.
But we were like sitting in front of the suite.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I could see Brittany Mahomes in the background kind of
Yep.
looking bitchy. Like I don't know if she was yelling or what, but she was.
She's very pregnant.
Oh, I didn't see that part. Okay.
Yeah. Jackson Mahomes was there. His whole family was there.
Okay. Okay.
And then the next night, Andy Reid was sitting behind me, who is the Chiefs coach.
I've heard that name.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool. That was the highlight of the games
That
for me.
must be like the Chiefs suite or something. Okay. Very nice.
Yep. There was a few celebrities around one of the ALDS games way back, like 10 years ago. Gary Lezak was sitting behind us.
Is he like the weatherman or something?
Yeah, he's the weatherman in Kansas City. I don't know if he's...
No one's going to know that.
Okay, well, he was the weather guy in Kansas City. I don't know if he still is.
I don't know. I don't
know
watch
either.
the news.
I don't really either, but I don't know. He used to like come to my school when I was a kid.
Oh, cool.
And bring his dogs and stuff.
Aw, that's so nice.
And he was hammered at this game.
Oh, nice.
He fell out of his chair and he was giggling the whole time.
Oh, that's delightful.
I know. It was so
having a good
fun
time?
to watch. He was having a
Oh,
blast.
good.
It was great.
Nice.
So yeah, that's my sports talk. The
Love
end.
it.
Yep.
Love that.
So, should we do some angry shower thoughts? And then I have something to
Sure.
follow up
Okay.
with.
Okay.
Let's play that fun sound bite.
Let's do it.
I'm mad, I'm really, really, really mad.
Nikki has some angry shower thoughts.
Oh God, it's so angry!
So angry.
God damn it! All right, let me hear it.
All right. Okay.
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 Sorry. I'm consulting my list. Okay.
Hang on.
I just added one more that I forgot to put on there. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
This one is about Todd.
Uh-oh. The look he's
It's not-
You're going on the floor again.
It's totally not serious.
Next manhole, you're going in it.
Right. This is not, it doesn't actually like make me angry. It's just, I think it's more funny, but I put it on here because it's funny.
Okay.
And sometimes in the moment, I'm like, that's annoying. So, and you'll have to tell me if Ryan ever does this. So
okay.
we'll be in like a store or something, walking around. He's
pondering.
He's pondering. He's stroking his beard.
Yeah.
He's pondering. So we'll be in the store or somewhere, like Home Depot is the most recent example I can think of.
Okay.
We'll be in a store and we'll be looking, like actively looking for something, like a list of things. We have no idea where we're going.
Right.
A friendly Home Depot employee will approach us and they'll be like, "Hey, you guys need help finding anything?" And before I can turn around and say anything, Todd's like, "Nah, we're good." And I'm like, "Bitch, we're looking for 3 things. Why didn't you ask him where and why do you send him away before I can say anything?" He's like, I don't know. We're just wandering around." I'm like, okay. Like, he does that all the time. Love you.
I can honestly say Ryan does not do that. He will yell at a guy across the store and be like,
nice.
"Can you come help me?"
Todd's the opposite.
Yeah, he'll go get help.
Todd, what do you have to say for yourself?
I generally hate everyone, and I would just rather do it myself.
Okay.
I kind of get that because that's actually probably
Sure.
me. I would probably just wander around by myself for an hour than
That's what we do.
make it quick.
Yeah, there's
to
been
talk to
so
somebody.
many times we've gone to a hardware store or any store and ended up asking someone for help, and they're just so fucking stupid.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Especially places like Home Depot.
Yeah.
Nobody there who works at Home Depot, I feel like, really knows anything about
That's very true.
Home Depot.
Tell them the stupid
Okay, well,
Home Depot.
hang on.
Is that on your
Will
thing?
you guys talk? I have to blow my nose. My allergies are bumping.
Okay.
Keep talking. I'll be
Oh
right
my.
back.
So unprofessional.
So unprofessional.
You know what really pisses
I guess this
me
is
off?
the Jenny show now.
Yeah. Hey, all right.
Ta-da.
Take it away.
But yeah, people at Home Depot, I get so frustrated. Like, if you go to like I don't know, like Westlake, I feel like the people there are so much more knowledgeable than like people at
Okay,
like Home Depot
okay.
or Lowe's or anything like that. I kept it going.
Thank
I would
you.
like to point out, I don't think that I am necessarily a smart person. I'm not saying I'm smarter than anyone. Just everyone's so fucking stupid.
You're right.
in the
No,
morning.
you're
And
correct.
I apologize if you work at Home Depot or Lowe's and you actually do know your shit. But I feel like there's probably
There's a rare person who
Yeah.
really knows it, and like they do it because they clearly really enjoy it.
Yeah.
And they are into home improvement or painting or whatever.
and then there's just like that 23-year-old
Yes.
who's it's just a part-time job and
Yes.
they don't know shit.
Yeah.
correct. Okay, so I'll tell them the story
Yeah,
now.
here's-
Okay,
here's
so
a great example.
we were at Home Depot. Okay, we've been doing some serious homeowner shit this past weekend.
Yeah, I
Past
saw
few
you
days.
move some dirt.
We have a large pile of dirt in the driveway. We got our driveway mud jacked like responsible adults. And we've been filling
Hello,
in
Poe.
some bare space around the
Nikki?
driveway.
Just
What?
because some people might be going crazy about it. We polyjacked.
Oh,
driveway.
okay. Sorry. Fuck.
Yeah.
We polyjacked.
I don't even know what either of those words
See,
mean.
now we have to explain this, and it's like it doesn't really matter. It does the same shit. So instead
But you're
of
doing home improvement right now.
Yes.
I'm doing the same thing.
so it's a form of mud jacking. It just like lifts the concrete back up that has sunken into the earth.
Oh.
Right. So like our driveway was
I
sunken
didn't
down.
know you could do that.
You can. They drill
That's
holes
cool.
in the driveway or the sidewalk. In our case, it was both, and then they fill it with shit, not actual shit, but like
Oh.
stuff. This is already off the rails.
I know.
So anyway, we had that done. We had a giant mound of dirt delivered. We've been like filling in
Yep.
to like level our yard back out so that our foundation doesn't crumble away into nothing, and we're like doing really responsible homeowner shit, right?
Nice.
So
Yeah.
because that's the kind of people we are all of a sudden for some reason. And so we were at the hardware store looking for a tiller. We had to till up all this
I know what that is.
dirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We had to buy one. It was an expensive, giant, very intimidating piece of machinery. So we had to find, like, we did all this research online. We go to Home Depot. We're like, okay, this time we did ask a guide. We're like, hey, dude, where are the tillers? He shows us where the tillers are. And we go get one, and we find on the sticker it's more, the price is more than what it was online. So we go up to another friendly Home Depot employee, and we're like, hey, buddy, this is more expensive than it is on your website. Will you match the price? And he's like, oh, yeah, no problem. Just when you go to checkout, just let him know. So we go to checkout, and it's like a 17-year-old girl. And she's like, we can't do that. And I was like, what do you mean you can't do that? Your homeboy employee or coworker over there said that you can do that. And she's like, my manager told me I can't do that. I was like, oh my God. So,
Like, I don't want to be that person, but go get the manager.
well, she's, yes. So we had like tracked down one of those like flat,
cat in a box.
yeah, he's really digging around in there.
He is.
As long as you don't take a poop in there, we're good.
He's like, it looks like a litter box.
No.
Minus the litter.
You better not. So
He's going to rob me
we
instead.
we tracked down one of those like flatbed carts and put this thing was so heavy.
Uh-huh.
The two of us almost couldn't lift it. We lifted it like 2 inches off the ground to put it on this cart thing. So we're like fucking muscling it over to this checkout, and she's like, sorry, we don't do that. And so we had to go find, we went back and I found the guy who told us
You're
he
like,
could do
"Come
it.
here."
And I was like, hey, she says you can't do it. Fix it. I didn't actually say that. He was actually very nice. But and then he was like, okay, I'll check you out over here and we'll take care of it. And so he did it. But it was like a lot of drama to
Oh,
make it
man.
happen. First world problems, right?
Yeah.
It didn't sound that bad after I explain it.
It's
So
not that bad. It's just a good example
it's just
of why
a good
annoying,
example. It's
yeah.
annoying. And like
I'll just do it.
some people won't have the same like knowledge. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Different stories, same store.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. I still think it's funny. Like we'll be going up and down aisles. Can we help you find anything? Todd's like, nah. I'm like, cool. I guess we're spending the day here.
All right. Again, since we're being petty, I have a rebuttal to this.
Let's hear it.
When we go to any fucking grocery store, Nikki will happily spend 2 hours walking around a fucking grocery store, going up and down the same aisles.
You seem like you're getting heated.
over.
this
and
was supposed
oh,
to
no,
be
I'm
funny.
Not. It's funny.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. Just again.
Let's see. Let's see.
So we'll go down an aisle. She's got her stupid list. And she's crossing things off the list. So we'll go down another aisle, and then, oh, I forgot this thing that was back in the aisle we went down 10 minutes ago. So she doesn't care. We'll go down the same aisle multiple times. We can spend 2 hours plus in the store.
That's not true.
Well,
That's
I'm
an
not saying we do,
exaggeration.
but you wouldn't care if we did.
That's
but
an
then when it
exaggeration.
comes to checking out, Nikki has to find the shortest line. And if we go in one line and then another line looks like it's going quicker, we're changing lines.
Do you want to just leave? Do you even like me?
Not really. Not when we're at the grocery store. No.
Yeah, often we'll just go to the grocery store alone. Like one of us will go or the other one will go. And why is my list stupid? I like my list. It makes my brain feel good to have a list and to
I
consult
don't
a
know why
list.
her stupid list really got me. That was funny.
Me too.
Yeah. I love going to the store by myself.
I love grocery shopping by myself.
I mean, I do too, because then nobody yells at me.
And my favorite
Or
time
pushes
to
me
do
down.
it, I have a system of something
Okay.
I like to do.
Okay.
On Friday nights, I love
Okay.
to go to Whole Foods by myself.
Ooh.
They have a bar, so I can
Oh,
get a
shit.
drink. There is live music playing smooth jazz, and there's nobody in there.
Wow. That's awesome.
And I have access
Life
to the
hacks.
whole store. And
That's
it's
amazing.
great.
I never go to Whole Foods.
Oh,
I don't-
Friday
the
nights are
grocery
my favorite time to go.
I go to these stupid grocery stores with no bar and no live music. What am I thinking?
Right?
Huh.
You'd have to pay 3 times as much. On
That's
Whole
for
Foods,
sure.
but-
That's probably why I
Well, actually,
don't.
since they kind of switched since they're owned by Amazon now, their prices aren't quite
okay.
as bad.
Okay, that's nice.
Mhm.
Okay, very nice.
The Walmart of organic produce.
Okay. Right. Well, that was my first very long angry shower thought.
Let's go on to the next one.
Okay, my next one is. Okay, this is one more about Todd. It's not really about you.
What the fuck?
It's just he says it's just him giving me shit. But when
Nikki's angry Todd thoughts.
when I so I'm very clumsy. We have like come to the conclusion that I probably am like ADHD or some shit. Like I
Same.
don't pay attention to what I'm doing. I go really fast. I hurt myself a lot on accident. I drop
She falls
things.
on the floor.
Shut up, Todd. You push me on the floor.
Lies.
I will hurt myself. I'll spill things. I'll break things just because I'm going so fast. Like my brain doesn't slow down enough to like think it through and be like, it's a bad idea to carry both of these full things of liquid at the same time. While I'm also trying to like put something on under my arm. Like I just want to get it done. I go fast. I never stop and think. So anytime I drop he hears something in the other room, like make a loud crash, or I go, damn it, or something to clue him in that I've done something like that.
Yeah.
He'll go, it's happening.
It's happening.
And I don't know why that really gets me. I'm like, fuck you, man. It's happening. Or what he used to do, he would go, it's a Cat 5 cane. He'll say I'm hurricaning. He's like, oh no, you're hurricaning. Because I'll like break shit and like,
It's Hurricane Nikki
it's Hurricane Nikki.
destroying the house.
So he'll say Hurricane Nikki, and then he shortened it to it's a Cat 5 cane. So yeah, lately it's happening.
It's happening.
And I'm always like, shut the fuck up, you're making it worse.
Is that from New Girl? Is that where you got
I don't
that from?
know. What is that from?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I did and I don't remember.
Yeah, it's Jess. There's like a thing where she like fell randomly, and as she was falling, she goes, "It's happening."
Oh, yeah, maybe. We did watch that.
We did.
Yeah, I love that show.
Maybe that's it. I didn't even realize.
Yep.
Okay.
You got some Schmidt on your face.
Okay, there's one more angry shower thought for the day.
Is it an angry Todd thought?
Nope, it's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Todd's off the hook.
You're off the hook.
Yay.
It's another man I live with, though. This
Is
little
it
black
Poe?
bastard that's running around. This motherfucker. So when I go to scoop the litter boxes, he really wants to get in the litter box and use it while I'm scooping it out. Like he has no interest in it before I go in, but as soon as he hears me like going in to clean his litter box, he's like, "Oh shit, I gotta dump out."
Right now.
And I have to physically restrain him from getting in there while I'm scooping. And then I'm like, I guess I'll wait on you. Like, why is that? Can you tell me that? Can you tell me why that
I
happens?
think that a lot of cats do that, actually.
My old cat did that too.
Yeah.
Like
I think
they're like,
that's just a cat thing.
it's gonna be clean and fresh.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, it would be if you would give me a minute. But like all of a sudden they have to go right then.
Yep.
And it's only him. Lenny doesn't do it. She would never.
She would never.
She's an angel baby.
Yeah, she is. An
And
angel
Poe's
baby.
like, you're cleaning up after me? How about a fresh one for you? How about a fresh one? I'll
Fresh
drop
one.
a hot one and you can smell it while you clean that one up too. Enjoy it, bitch. And then he flips me off
I
while he
think-
runs away.
Yeah, I figured he probably did that too. Yeah, because cats are usually just assholes, and I think
Seriously.
that's just what they do. They're so
It's
adorable.
every
but
time. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Okay, that's it. That's
Okay.
it for today.
So I have come. It's somewhat of a follow-up, sort of. But I kind of had this idea. Okay, I know I said I was going to try to tell you about my fucked up dreams.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing very good at remembering them.
Okay.
Sometimes I remember them right when I wake up, but then I got to like take dogs out and do a bunch of stuff in the morning. And by the time I get to like actually writing it down, I don't
You
fucking
forget it.
remember what it is.
Okay, that's fair.
But I do have a lot of just random thoughts that are just,
So not
Stupid.
angry shower thoughts, but
No.
just shower thoughts.
yeah, they're just random thoughts.
Those are shower thoughts.
yeah, but
Okay.
they happen throughout the day. Not
Well,
just
I know,
shower.
but that's just like, that's a saying, you know?
yeah, it's, I have random shower thoughts.
Because like when you're in the shower, your brain just wanders and you have weird thoughts. It's the same idea.
Yep, I'm sitting outside waiting for my dogs to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Random thoughts, like just all day long.
Let's hear them.
So I jotted some down.
Okay.
So yeah, Seth, we'll need a soundbite. Some rando thoughts.
We're going to have to start paying him.
I know, right? Free merch, I guess. Or I don't know. Okay, so here we go. These are some random thoughts I've had lately. Have you ever wondered, have you seen a squirrel and a bunny in the yard together?
Probably.
Have you ever thought when they look at each other that maybe the squirrel thinks the bunny is just a fucked up squirrel and the bunny thinks the squirrel is just a fucked up looking bunny?
If they recognize their different species or if they're like, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. Sometimes I just notice they don't really seem to mind each other. But I'm like, does that squirrel think that that bunny is just a squirrel with fucked up ears?
Good question. I mean, you could say the same for cats and dogs that live in a house together.
That's true.
Or commingling as different species.
I don't know why I focused on the squirrels and the bunnies, but I was focused. That's
Okay.
Okay. So next random thought. Have you ever wondered if, you know how people are if something good happens and they go, oh, thank God. Do you ever wonder that maybe the first time that was said, that maybe it was meant as sarcasm and people just picked it up as a good thing to say when something was good? Maybe they were something bad happened and they went, oh, well, thank God. And then people took it as a good thing to say.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a great thought.
I know.
That's a good thinker.
Do bees ever accidentally sting themselves?
Ooh. I don't know.
If they sit down for a break, have they ever accidentally stung themselves?
I don't know. Or what if do they sting each other?
I don't know.
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Are they bendy enough to sting themselves?
I don't know. They seem pretty bendy.
They do.
I mean, it looks like they could
yeah.
probably sting themselves if they moved.
I mean, you'd think they certainly would sting each other on accident occasionally.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Mm-hmm. Okay, I like it.
Okay, next one. So, do you ever drink sleepy time tea?
I have.
Okay. Sleepy time tea bears, the bears, those are way better than the Charmin bears.
They are. That's true. They're way cuter. They're
that's
cozier.
my vibe.
Yes.
Is the sleepy time tea bear. Fuck the Charmin bears. So, there you go.
Nice and random. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, here's the next one. Is orange the fruit named after the color, or is the color named after the fruit?
Ooh. Chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys, any of you know this? I'm just curious.
I don't know. That's a great. I'm going to guess. My gut is that the color was named after the fruit.
You think?
Yeah.
I think the fruit
That's
came
my
first.
guess. I do.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my guess.
That's Ryan and I got into a big discussion. I literally asked him this the other night.
Wait, what was your guess? I Googled.
Oh, I guess that the color was named after the fruit.
Jenny, agree or disagree?
Hang on, let me ponder it. I kind of want to say the fruit is named after the color.
Oh, which one?
According to Google, the fruit came before the color.
That's what I thought. Okay.
All right.
I bet the fruit was around long before
Wait,
the
I thought you said
English
the color
language.
was first.
No, I said the color was named after the fruit, didn't I?
I think so, yeah.
So the fruit came
See, I already
first.
forgot what I said. It's kind of a good...
Rewind,
My
play it
brain's
back.
going in
It's a
circles
tongue-
right now.
Go
I
to the
don't remember
tape.
what I said.
a
I
tongue
just knew I
twister.
didn't know. So
I knew I didn't know.
Okay, the color came... I'm sorry. The fruit came
The
first?
fruit came first.
The fruit came first. Okay.
The fruit.
The
Yep,
fruit.
yep.
Now we know. All right, that's all the random thoughts I have for today.
I like that.
They're random. They're weird. And that's just what my brain does, because I'm not typically a pretty angry person, so I don't get too many angry thoughts. It
Man,
happens, but
what's
I
that
do get
like?
random ones.
I am angry, but I have been feeling better lately, so I haven't had as many. I've been a little bit happier lately. Less angry, less rage-filled. I've started seeing a new therapist. I think that's the key.
That'll do it.
More regular therapy.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, well, I only have 2 things left,
Okay.
and that is hot reads and then your top pick.
Oh, yeah. I have a hot reads for you today.
Nikki's going to read to me. I'm so excited.
Okay.
I got to take some notes.
Yes, you do.
Okay, I'm so excited.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've read to you.
Mm-hmm.
A long time. I don't even remember the last time. All right. It's been a while.
Probably not that long ago.
Okay, so I obtained...
This marker's so fresh.
Because you never use it.
I know. It's like brand new.
I have obtained a book titled
Oh, yeah.
Kinky Secrets of Alice in Wonderland.
I like it already.
And you know what I appreciate about this ebook? So you open it up. It's by Melissa Duchamp. I don't know.
Okay.
She has a whole series of like fantasy books like this, but they're like adultified.
Mm-hmm.
So Alice in the book, just FYI, is an adult. She's grown up, Alice.
Okay, good.
She's not a child.
Oh, don't forget the soundbite.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. I won't read it yet, but I have one more thing to say and then I'll
Okay.
play it. So when you open the ebook, it talks about, it's like a little quick, what I just said, basically, like these are grown up versions. There's some spice, blah, blah, blah. And then it says, feel free to read the story or click here to be taken to the good parts. So you click and then it takes you in the ebook to the first sex scene.
That's amazing.
Right? I didn't even have to look.
That's all we want to read.
Because I haven't read the whole book yet, but I wanted to find a section to read tonight.
Okay.
And so that I just clicked it and it was like, there you go.
Nice.
Right? That's amazing. Okay, here we go.
Hot reads with Cold Ethyl.
I'm so excited.
Okay. I have found a scene and I kind of like skipped through a little bit till it's really starting. So it's not super long, I hope. Okay, so this is a scene between Alice and a person named Pilar.
Pilar.
I like it. All right. So, I'm just going to set the scene really quick. It's Alice and Pilar, and they're going into like a sex dungeon type situation. It's like, did you see 50 Shades of Grey?
I did.
So the Red Room of Pain
Yep.
is
The playroom.
basically the playroom. That's basically what they're going into. So, Alice made her decision. Oh, fuck. Alice made her decision. I want to use caterpillar as my safe word. Pilar's green eyes twinkled. Excellent. Into the pink room of bunnies, then. Also, this is pretty funny. It's supposed to be funny.
Pink room of bunnies?
Yep.
I like it.
He held open the heavy door, and Alice was shocked by what she saw. It was a dungeon. Shackles and chains hung from the rafters. There was a table with leather straps on it, and a wooden wheel on the wall where a person could be bound and spun around.
Oh, gosh.
A steel cage was in the corner, and there was a collection of canes, riding crops, and whips on the wall. Looking at them made Alice feel queer and peculiar. There were no bunnies at all, and it certainly wasn't pink. Caterpillar! Alice immediately blurted. Yes? That's my safe word. I want to quit. Why? We haven't even begun. You mean to beat me with those whips and rods, Alice said, pointing. I hadn't planned on it. Do you want me to? Why on earth would I want you to? Some people enjoy it. Alice had never heard of such a thing. You're making that up. No, not at all. See that strange-looking table there?
So matter of fact.
He pointed to something that resembled a small church pew, covered in padded leather. Alice had no idea what it was, but the sight of it made her uneasy. What is it? That's a spanking table. One kneels on it and bends
I wasn't
over.
expecting that, and I choked on my beer.
One kneels on it and bends over, and the straps hold them in place so they may be thoroughly spanked.
Oh, my.
Alice was flabbergasted such a thing existed. Some people are naughty and need to be disciplined. Pilar stood next to Alice, snaking an arm around her waist, pulling her so close she pressed into him. Have you ever been naughty, Alice? Alice couldn't quite find her voice. Her pelvis was tight against Pilar's, and she could feel his bulge.
Ooh.
She tried to squirm away, but he held her fast, and all Alice succeeded in doing was rubbing against it. What do you mean? She whispered. Naughty girls should be punished. Tell me you've been naughty, and I'll take you over my knee and slap your bare bottom right now.
Oh.
Alice stopped trying to pull away. The potion was too powerful, the feeling building within her too good. She rubbed her hard nipples across Pilar's rough leather vest and tried to grind her hips against him. Little time out. I forgot. She took the drink me potion,
Oh, okay.
and that made her horny.
Got it.
Okay. Yes, Pilar said. You are naughty, aren't you? Perhaps you need a spanking, something like this. Pilar brought his hand down on Alice's naked posterior, and the loud slap was almost as startling as the contact. After a brief sting, her bottom began to warm up where he'd smacked it. Alice squeezed her eyes shut. She'd never felt like this before. This man, this complete stranger, had just struck her. She should go to the authorities, hire a lawyer, file charges. But instead, her whole body began to tingle, and though she hated herself for how she felt, Alice wanted more than anything for him to smack her again. I am naughty, she managed. Pilar rubbed the area he'd punished, and then moved his strong, thick fingers lower between her legs. Thick fingers. Oh, sorry. God damn it. He moved his strong, thick fingers lower between her legs. Alice gasped. No one had ever touched her there before. When she and Lewis made love, he just stuck it in quickly. And Alice had never touched herself. She believed those parts of her were dirty and strange, and treated them as if they belonged to another person. But Pilar did more than just touch. His index finger lightly stroked her from beneath, first the left side, then the right. She wondered if he had put something on his hand because it was so slick, and then she realized with utter shame it was her own juices. Pilar. His other hand came down suddenly, smacking her bottom again, and Alice gasped and her eyes and mouth opened wide. The mixed sensations were extraordinary. The tenderness of his fingers, the firm cruelty of his palm, combining together to make her writhe against her own will. Then Pilar's finger began to slowly enter her. I knew you were naughty, Alice. Yes, she gasped as he penetrated deeper. Yes. I am naughty. Do you want to know what I do to naughty girls? Oh, yes. Caterpillar. Alice was abruptly released, so fast her legs couldn't support her, and she fell onto the floor. She looked up at Pilar, confused and ready to cry. What is it? Did I do something? You said the safe word, Pilar said, so I stopped. What? No, it's your name. I was calling by your name. Pilar is short for caterpillar, by the way.
Oh.
Pilar's face brightened.
That could be confusing.
Right, stupid. Pilar's face brightened. Ah, I understand. So shall I spank you? I can place you in the stocks and whip your butt and thighs with a crop. Alice couldn't help but stare at the wooden stocks. She instantly imagined herself bent over, her head and hands trapped, Pilar behind her with a leather riding crop punishing her bare flesh. An abhorrent, repellent image. So why did it make her quiver so? Why did she want to try it? Never mind, Pilar said. That appears to be too advanced for you. We'll begin with something easier. Stand up.
Stand up.
Alice waited for him to offer his hand, but he simply stood there. She slowly got to her feet. Walk over to the wheel. Alice glanced at the large wooden wheel, braced against the wall like a giant clock. It frightened her, made her legs weak to the point where she thought she would fall again. Walk to it. Alice did, each step like walking through thick molasses. When Alice reached it, she saw the 4 thick leather straps on the edges, made to hold a person spread eagle. In the center was an even thicker belt, meant to cinch around the victim's waist. Alice trembled, her whole body shaking. Lean against the wheel, Pilar ordered. I don't... Suddenly, Pilar was behind her, one hand clutching her breasts, the other pressed to her belly. This is for your own good, Alice, he said, his fingers descending. I'm doing it to help you. Do you understand? Once again, his finger entered her, but this time he began to move it in and out. But, Pilar didn't seem to be in a race to finish. He moved slowly, luxuriously, until she wanted to beg him to move faster. The next thing Alice knew, she was backed up against the terrible wheel, and Pilar was strapping her into place. First her waist, then her hands, then her left foot. As he knelt down, stretching out her right foot, spreading her legs, Alice tensed up and began to resist. Pilar's head was only inches away from her most private parts, and Alice felt shame like she'd never felt before. Suddenly, her other ankle was bound, and Alice had never been so exposed in her life. Try to get away, Pilar said. She strained, she pulled, but the wicked straps were tight and she couldn't close her legs. Couldn't get free. Let's see. I'm skipping ahead a little bit.
Okay.
This is a silk bondage rope I received after training in Japan. I'm going to tie it around your knees and thighs to restrict your pelvic movement and spread you wider.
Oh, no.
He looped the rope around her right knee and up her thigh, then cruelly pulled it back against the wheel and tied it off. He repeated the procedure with the left leg.
Oh, no.
The rope so tight it forced her pelvis forward. Pilar was so close she could feel his hot peppermint breath on her. He was drinking peppermint tea before this.
That was just a weird description.
She chanced a humiliated look down and could see his lips were almost touching her hair down there. This won't do, Pilar said. I can't see what I'm doing. I must shave you.
Oh, no. I must shave.
He got some shaving equipment. He spent a moment twirling the brush in the soap bowl, making a lather. The brush had round, bushy bristles, and when it was sufficiently covered with foam, he began to spread it on Alice.
Oh, my.
The lather was warm and smelled of sandalwood, and when it touched her, she gasped at the sensation. Skipping forward a little bit more. This is fucking slow.
I'm taking notes, though.
He shaved her.
He shaved
He
her.
shaved her, and then he said, "Would you like to see?" he asked. "I can fetch a mirror." Part of her did, but she was so mortified at being laid so bare that she couldn't speak. She couldn't understand how Pilar could even stand to look at it. Those parts of her were ugly and dirty. They were used for childbirth and nothing more. Staring at them was abnormal and perverted.
Oh, my.
Beautiful, Pilar whispered. Alice wasn't sure she heard him right. Pink and perfect and beautiful.
Pink and perfect and beautiful. Oh, my.
I know we have just met, but would it be okay if I kissed you there? Alice couldn't believe her ears. Why would he possibly want to do something like that? But her hips began to make a little circle, and Alice couldn't stop the movement. One kiss, then, Pilar said.
One kiss.
Let's
Oh, no.
see. Let's see.
That's not enough.
He said, Now it's time to get to work. I'm afraid it's going to take some time and may be a bit uncomfortable. To fully extract all of the blue potion, I'm going to have to build you up and tease you beyond what you can endure."
Oh.
So the theory here is that she drank the blue potion. He has to get her off to release the potion so she doesn't die.
Ah,
Makes sense, right?
yeah.
Okay.
What else would it mean?
Okay, let me see if I can go to the end. Okay, so he teases her a little bit. And then Alice was so close, so near experiencing what she longed so much to experience. Her whole life she'd felt like a broken doll, missing an essential piece. But now she felt like a woman, a full-blooded, sexy woman. Alice wanted sex. She wanted it so bad. "Do you want me to lick you again?" Pilar asked. "Or would you prefer I mount you?"
Oh,
She goes, "Oh, mount me."
mount me.
Close to tears. She'd never used such a vulgar command before. "Please mount me."
Please.
Alice eyed the bulge in his leather pants. It seemed monstrous.
Oh, gosh.
"Do it," she begged. She felt like her lower regions were on fire.
Ooh.
Okay. Sorry, this is going on very long. I'm trying to find. Let me just skip forward just a little bit. Okay. Okay. He's teasing her. She's squirming and straining. But she didn't say the safe word. She realized she liked being teased.
Oh.
It made no sense. It was like being hungry and not being able to eat an apple only a few inches away. I like that. Let's see. Pilar came back from the cabinet with a leather bag.
Ooh.
Pilar reached his hand between her bare legs, rubbing her wetness, beginning the slow and steady rhythm again. Alice wanted to buck against him, to beg him to go faster, but she set her jaw and refused to give him the satisfaction of even a moan. Poor little Alice, how she suffers so.
Oh.
He
Sounds
reached-
like something in a fairy tale.
He reached into his bag and took out a small golden chain. I think I'm just doing some.
Small gold.
Ew. Okay. Pilar pinched some skin of her inner thigh and clamped the clothespin down.
Oh.
It brought a brief pinch of hurt, but then only pressure. I totally thought they were going to be nipple clamps.
Yeah.
That's weird. Oh, okay. I shall clamp these onto your nipples.
Ah, okay.
He was giving her a taste of it.
Ah.
Okay, so he clamps them on her nipples. God damn, how long does this go? Alice screamed, not from pain. As before, somehow the heat between her thighs connected with the sensation in her breast, and a wave of pleasure hit her like a slap.
Not bad.
Can she just come already?
Well, you can always save some of it for another time.
I feel like that's rude. To leave people hanging. Okay, more teasing, like 5 more pages of teasing. I did not vet this story very well.
That's okay.
Oh, okay. Now she has a toy inside of her.
Ah. There we go. Getting closer.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. All the build-up, all the teasing, crescendoed in a mind-blowing, frenzied climax that went on and on and on. And just as it began to die down and Alice thought there was nothing left in her, Pilar took the Hitachi up to the higher speed, reached down and pulled the gold chain, yanking the clothespins off her nipples.
Ow! Ooh.
Alice felt as if she
don't like
left her
that.
body, as if she no longer existed except as pure sensation. The orgasm locked every one of her muscles, and she cried out around Pilar's manhood and shook and trembled and rode wave after wave until she was ragged and sweaty and completely spent.
Ah.
The end.
The end. All right, I have some notes.
Was it that it took too long?
No.
Okay.
No, it was. No, not at all. Okay. Number 1. This isn't really too much on the scene, but I just really would like to point out that I like the word flabbergasted.
Ooh,
I just think it's a good word.
flabbergasted. It's
I
not
like
used
it.
enough.
I know.
Okay.
So yeah, I wrote it down because
Okay.
I like it.
That's nice. Okay.
Feel his bulge. I'm not the biggest fan of. It's not terrible, but I'm not a real big fan of. I could feel his bulge.
Okay.
I don't know what
Okay.
it is.
See, I think that's very tame compared to some of the shit you read me.
I don't know. There's something about the word bulge. Well, true, but there's something about the word. I'm kind of thinking of it as if, okay, my notes, if this is supposed to be something that's supposed to turn me on, the
Okay,
things that
that's fair.
These are the things that if it's supposed to turn, I know it's supposed to be funny and
Okay.
stuff, but
That's fair.
I don't know. There's something about the bulge.
What if it's monstrous, though? It was monstrous. It was a monstrous bulge. Does that make it better or worse?
Kind of makes it worse. I don't know.
Okay. You don't want a big old bulge? Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like that's something about that word. I just am kind of picturing like almost just like their balls kind of sticking through their
Okay.
pants or something.
Okay. Like a moose knuckle?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the bulge makes me think of a moose knuckle.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right, I get that. Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of naked posterior
It's so proper.
and smacking her bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom shouldn't be.
It's like
I
they
don't
made
like
it PG kind of.
I know. It almost sounds like a child
Yeah.
or something.
It made me think of Austin Powers when he there's a quote from Austin Powers I say a lot, and he says something like, "You're going the right way for a smacked bottom, and I don't care who knows it."
I don't remember that at all. I don't know. That just sounds weird to me. I don't
Okay,
know.
that's fair. Yeah.
Or it's just
I'd rather
kind of-
just say ass. Like
I feel like
spank her
ass.
ass.
Is the best. Yeah, smack her ass.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's hotter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her own juices. We've talked about this. We know they're there. I don't.
I knew that was gonna be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cruelty of his palm. I thought was kind of hot.
Okay. I've never heard it described like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like
I
that.
agree.
Shall I spank you? Come on.
Shall I?
Shall I spank you? No. Go away. They use the word pelvic a lot.
Oh, they sure did. Yeah.
Pelvic movement.
Uh-huh. Doing pelvic circles.
That sounds almost like a procedure. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hot peppermint breath. I wasn't a fan.
Yeah, I didn't give the context before I started.
Well, regardless,
He
I
was
felt
drinking
like
peppermint tea. They were having a tea party.
Still.
And then she drank the drink me potion.
I don't know.
And he
That
was like,
was
"You're
like-
going to die if I don't get you off right now."
I don't know. I didn't like those words together.
Okay.
It bothered me.
Okay.
I must shave you.
I
kind of
must
upset
shave
me.
That's fair.
Pink and perfect and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's not terrible, but it's I'm not a big fan.
It's icky.
Mount me. That I didn't care for that.
Yeah, that makes me think of a dog.
I know exactly. It does. It makes me
Yeah,
think of dogs
or like
too.
a cow or something.
Same way bulge makes me
Yeah.
think of a moose knuckle.
Okay.
Mount me makes things. I think animals.
Okay.
Because they say that actually a lot in vet med.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's mounting the.
The stud is mounting the, what do
Uh-huh.
they call her? The bitch or
Yep.
what? Bitch. Okay.
The bitch.
The bitch.
Rubbing her wetness. That was better
Yeah,
than juices. I think.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Wetness is better than juices.
I
would
like that
say.
this kid is so like virginal. Is that the
Mhm.
word? That she's like, I thought he put something on his hand and then I realized it was
I
my
know.
own juices.
It's like, really? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I liked this. Wave of pleasure hit her like a slap.
Yep. I like
thought
that
that
too.
was a good descriptor.
I like that too.
So those are my notes.
The whole little paragraph about her climaxing was pretty good. I thought it was. She felt as if she left her body, as if she no longer existed, except as pure sensation. I like that. That was good. That was a good
There were
description.
some good descriptors.
Yep. Yep.
I'm trying to find my eraser. I can't find it.
You're what?
Eraser.
Oh, here I have
Nice.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. Ready? Chuck.
Damn it.
She dropped it.
I dropped it. Okay.
Okay. Somebody's
we
dragging
have-
us outside.
Is that the asshole neighbor?
I don't know. I can't.
I was
tell.
going to ask you about that.
Oh, yeah.
Is that still happening?
It is.
Um,
Yeah.
fine.
For a little recap for the listener, I have a real methed out white trash piece of shit that hangs around my neighborhood and likes to use my street, my neighborhood street as a drag strip. And he did this yesterday. He'll pull in front of his girlfriend's house, which is like catty corner across the street from us, and he will put his truck in reverse and like floor it in reverse and go reverse down the street. And it's like, what in the actual fuck are you doing? So
Yeah.
he's still up to no good. And I filed a police report recently. So
Oh, you did?
I did. I don't know that it'll do any fucking good, but I sure did.
I'm trying to draw the butt again. It looks like a question mark. I did a bad job. I wrote, shall I spank you on here again?
Shall I
For the
spank you?
camera. Shall I spank
Well,
you?
okay. You got the butt up there, I guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you need a butt, but
I
that
know.
you did have to redraw that butt a lot to get it
Drawing
right.
butts is hard. Who would have thought? It's so easy to make them look crooked.
Well,
It's hard to get
not all butts
two
are perfect.
even cheeks.
Even
Yeah. Did you like my...
even cheeks.
Yeah, I know that's not what, not every butt is perfect,
No,
but
it's not.
still, it's easy. It's not easy to draw one.
No, symmetry's difficult.
It is. I'll try again. Here, let's
Try
see if I
again.
can-
Give it a quick go. That's a pretty perfect perky butt up there.
Thank you. I modeled it after myself.
You bounce a quarter off that ass.
You could. You definitely bounce a quarter off of it. Or stick one right in the crack if it's hanging out.
Yep. See, I thought
Oh no,
why
that's
did that
good. That's pretty. I like that.
Does that look like a butt?
Yeah, I like it. That's good.
It's like a couple of hams.
It's a
Couple of hams.
couple of hams.
Shall I spank you? And then I'm going to take a picture of it.
Okay.
Shall I spank? I put the butt right in the middle, so now it's
That's
kind of
okay.
hard to write.
That's okay. Shall I spank you?
Yes,
Would you like to play a game?
please.
Ooh, yes, please.
Yes, please.
That's good.
All right, here, Gore Horse.
Show the camera.
Here's my artwork.
Nice. Look at
Shall I
that.
spank you? Yes, please.
Looks good. You can see it.
All right.
Is it topic time?
It's topic time.
It's topic time.
Let's do it. Oh, do you want drum roll?
Oh yeah, give me a drum roll.
Ta-da!
Okay, today's topic is hypnosis.
Yay! I'm excited.
Hypnosis.
Hypnosis.
All right. I learned a lot. I did some good research today.
I'm excited. I'd
'Kay.
like to know more about
'Kay.
hypnosis.
I'm going to do a little overview. This is from the Mayo Clinic's website.
Oh, okay.
This is official
It's
shit.
legit.
It is. All right, quick overview. Hypnosis is a changed state of awareness and increased relaxation that allows for improved focus and concentration. It also is called hypnotherapy.
Okay.
Hypnosis is usually done with the guidance of a healthcare provider using verbal repetition and mental images. During hypnosis, most people feel calm and relaxed. It typically takes people more open to suggestions about behavior. I'm sorry, this is a really weirdly worded sentence. Hypnosis typically makes people more open to suggestions about behavior changes. Hypnosis can help you gain control over behaviors you'd like to change. It may help you cope better with anxiety or pain. Although you're more open to suggestion during hypnosis, you don't lose control over your behavior during a session. So I'm going to straight up say from the get-go, I had no idea that hypnosis was so legit.
I didn't either.
Like there are certifications people can get to be a hypnotherapist. I didn't realize that. I just thought it was like a
That
pseudoscience.
totally sounds different than kind of what I've always imagined. Because in my mind, I thought you could lose control, or
Me too.
you could like, you're getting sleepy. Now act like a chicken.
Yep,
And they'll do
exactly.
it. That's what
me too.
That's what I thought.
Me too. Okay, so why it's done. Hypnosis can be an effective way to cope with stress and anxiety. In particular, it may ease stress and anxiety before a medical procedure such as a breast biopsy. They really went specific there.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
very
any
specific.
medical procedure or surgery. Hypnosis may be helpful for pain control. It can help control pain due to burns, cancer, childbirth, really they list pain, any kind of pain. And I will throw in there that when I was a labor and delivery nurse, we had patients do hypnobirth.
What?
And
I've
really,
never heard of that.
it's like a type of, for patients that want to go unmedicated with their birth, it's like a type of like guided imagery that helps you stay calmer. And
I'm sorry.
Poe's being real weird. What are you doing?
Okay, I also want to point out real quick about Poe, just a quick sidebar.
Okay.
Literally a second ago, he was right here, and he went that way, and now he's over there. And
He's
I think
all
he
around.
teleported.
He is the knight.
He is the knight. Oh, God.
Oh, that was very graceful.
Jesus Christ, man.
Wow.
God damn. He's the least graceful cat I've ever seen.
Just knocked
He
a
like
bunch of
falls
shit off behind
down
Nikki.
and face palms and face palms? Face plants.
Face palms.
Okay, let's get back on track
What's
here.
happening?
Shut up, Todd.
happening.
That I'm not even happening. Poe's happening. Okay. Back on track. So hypnobirth. It's a way for people to cope with the pain of labor. And sometimes it's a person guiding them through like breathing techniques, guided imagery, or they can kind of do it on their own, or they can wear like headphones and listen to something to help them like go through basically like self-hypnotism.
Huh.
And we'll talk more about that.
Okay.
It can be helpful for hot flashes. Taking note for that for later.
Yeah, I've kind of been having one today. I feel like.
It can be helpful for behavior changes. It can be used with some success to treat sleep problems, bedwetting, smoking, and overeating.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yep.
Those
It
I
can
knew
be helpful for cancer treatment side effects. And it can be helpful for mental health conditions. It can help reduce anxiety associated with fears and phobias. So risks of hypnosis. If it's done by a trained healthcare provider, it's typically safe and complementary, and it's typically used with other medical treatments. Be aware, however, that hypnosis may not be safe for some people with severe mental illness. A few harmful reactions are rare, but they may include dizziness, headache, nausea, drowsiness, anxiety or distress, or sleep problems. If someone suggests hypnosis as a way to work through stressful events from earlier in life, know that it may trigger a strong emotional reaction. How to prepare for a hypnosis session.
Okay.
You don't need any special preparation for hypnosis. It's a good well, they go on to say a couple things.
Okay.
But it's a good idea to wear comfortable clothing to help you relax. Make sure you're well rested. That way you're less likely to fall asleep during the session. And it's a good idea to choose a healthcare provider who is certified to perform hypnosis. Get a recommendation from somebody you trust and learn about the provider you go to see. What to expect.
Yes.
Before you begin, your healthcare provider should explain the process of hypnosis, review your treatment goals, and they'll typically begin by talking in a gentle, soothing tone and describing images that create a sense of relaxation, security, and well-being. When you've relaxed yourself and you're calm, your healthcare provider suggests ways for you to achieve your goals. That may include, for example, ways to ease your pain or reduce cravings or to stop smoking. The provider may also help you visualize vivid, meaningful mental images of yourself accomplishing your goals. When the session is over, you may be able to bring yourself out of hypnosis on your own, or your healthcare provider may help you gradually and comfortably increase your alertness. Contrary to what you might see in movies or during a hypnotist stage act, people don't lose control over their behavior. They usually remain aware during a session and remember what happens. So, when you said the cluck like a chicken thing, we have a friend actually who claims to have been hypnotized on a cruise during like a stage show thingy.
Right.
And he says he completely lost control, doesn't remember a moment of time, and that his family was there and said that he, like, I can't remember if he was like barking like a dog or clucking like a chicken, but he claimed that happened. But he was also like not a little kid, but probably a teenager. But he always claimed, and his family was like, yeah, he went up there and barked like a dog and came back and he was fine and didn't remember it. So I don't know if that's all just like hokum or, but you hear that shit.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not hypnosis. And that's not what happens. So I don't know. I don't have an explanation there.
I remember an old job that I had. One of my coworkers had gone to like one of those like hypnotist shows. And she said like her, I don't know, one of her family members went up there for it. And she lost control, supposedly.
Yeah.
And I think they were trying to say something like cluck like a chicken. And they were like, it was so embarrassing because she started like acting like she was sucking a dick.
Oh, no. Oh,
and
no.
she doesn't remember it.
Oh, no. In front of her family.
Uh-huh.
See, that's like, what is that then?
But again, I wasn't
It's
there.
amazing is what that is.
It's just a story that got told to me.
That's
So
same here. I haven't seen anything like that,
Yeah.
but I've always heard stories
Yeah.
through people.
Testimonials aren't evidence.
True. Over time, you may be able to practice self-hypnosis. During self-hypnosis, you reach a state of relaxation and calm without a healthcare provider's guidance. This skill can be helpful in many situations, such as before surgery or other medical procedures. It can be effective in helping with pain, stress, and anxiety, like I said, although many healthcare providers typically suggest other treatments, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, along with hypnosis.
I was about to say that what you were describing sounded a lot like CBT.
Yeah, it can be used in conjunction with it. Hypnosis may be effective as part of a larger treatment plan for quitting smoking or losing weight. It's not right for everyone. Not all people are able to enter a state of hypnosis fully enough for it to work well. In general, the more quickly and easily people reach a state of relaxation and calm during a session, the more likely it is that they will benefit from hypnosis. So that's the little general overview from Mayo.
Interesting.
And then I found this other interesting website. It is called, it's the British Hypnosis Research and Training Institute.
Ooh.
And this guy, his name's Stephen Brooks, he has a list of hypnosis techniques. It's a comprehensive guide. And I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'll go over a lot of the big interesting ones.
Okay.
So there are different types of hypnotic inductions. The first step of hypnosis is a hypnotic induction, which is a process that the hypnotist uses to put the client into a state where they are more open to suggestion, known as trance. There are many different types of inductions. The first one is relaxation technique. Relaxation is a common method used by therapists and a beginner hypnosis technique. If the client is relaxed, they may fall into trance and the mind is open to suggestion. They are more likely to talk to you and be open to indirect suggestions. Some examples of relaxation techniques include make yourself comfortable, lay down, count in your head, maybe doing some controlled breathing, relaxing and tensing the muscles, and speaking in a soft tone. I had no idea that was considered hypnosis.
Yeah.
Like the amount of times that I've been in, like, for example, like a therapy session and they're telling me tools to to combat anxiety in the moment. It's just, that's what it is. It's like
I've
using
done a lot of that.
guided imagery or like counting or focusing on your breath and like counting in and out. That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, I do that.
I
all the
didn't
time.
know it was overlapping like that. So I guess like relaxation techniques and guided imagery that you may use on yourself is considered a form of hypnosis. Didn't know that. This one's real weird.
Okay.
The handshake technique. Milton Erickson is the father of hypnotherapy. He's famous for using the handshake technique as a way to induce hypnotic trance. Handshakes are the most common form of greetings in our society. The handshake technique shocks the subconscious by disrupting this common social norm. Instead of shaking the hand normally, the hypnotist would interrupt the pattern that our mind has established by grabbing the wrist or pulling the subject forward and off balance. With the pattern interrupted, the subconscious mind is suddenly open to suggestion. I don't understand that.
Okay.
You
I think I kinda
yank
do.
their hand and that suddenly makes them that shocks them enough that you can make suggestions and their guard is down, I guess. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird one. But apparently that was his famous thing.
Huh.
Milton. Next one is IQs. There are two spheres of the brain. The right manages the more creative and conscious side, and the left the more practical and subconscious side. In any conversation, we look for feedback from the listener to see how they react to our statements. Watch the subject's eyes. Are they looking to the right, accessing the conscious, or the left to the subconscious? Are they fixated on one object in the room? If they're accessing the subconscious, you can make a suggestion that they are not consciously aware of. Isn't that interesting? So based on which side they're looking at, you might be able to make an indirect suggestion.
Huh.
The next one, visualization. This, again, has been used on me a lot, and I've used it on myself.
Yep.
It can be used to both induce trance and to make suggestions. For example, ask your subject to recall a room where they were very familiar with. Imagine every detail in that room. The floor, the shape of the windows, the painting on the wall, the smell, the light. Then move on to a room they are less familiar with. As they struggle to recall the exact details, they open the mind to suggestion. This visualization induction type can be used to recall positive memories and associate them with a rewarding behavior, or to change one's perception of a negative image. So positive images and experiences such as a wedding, a birthday, graduation, or bad images can be discarded. Like you can ask them to imagine throwing them in the trash, and that can help them get over things. Let's see. The next one is the levitation technique.
Ooh.
With this classic technique, the client begins by closing their eyes. They are asked to notice the difference in feeling between their arms. The hypnotherapist makes suggestions as to the sensations in each arm. For example, they might say the arm feels heavy or light, hot or cold. The client enters a trance and may physically lift their arm, or they may simply believe in their mind that they have lifted the arm. Either way, the induction was successful. That's also a really weird one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Weird.
Suggestions, I guess.
Oh.
This one, sudden shock or falling backwards. Proceed with caution.
do not try this at all.
Similar to the handshake technique, a subject finding themselves shocked can enter into a trance. I would never advocate causing any physical pain to a subject, but it has been demonstrated that by stepping on a woman's foot and following it with a suggestion. Why is it got to be a woman's foot?
That's what I was just about to say.
It says a woman's foot. Following it with a suggestion. Or a milder version would be the trust falls that you may have heard of or participated in at a team building event. The sensation of falling backwards shocks the system and opens the mind to suggestion. However, one must be certain that they will not drop the client. Sure. The woman, apparently.
The woman, yeah. Those are the bitches that need this.
They're all crazy.
Instead of lobotomies, we step on their feet. How we have
So
improved
weird.
as society.
Stomp on her foot and tell her to shut up. She'll get it.
That's a good suggestion.
You're being hysterical, bitch. Next one, eye fixation. Have you ever found yourself zoning out and staring at an interesting item in the room while someone is talking? Did you completely miss what they've said? You may have been in a trance. Any object of focus can be used to induce a trance. The most famous examples are the power pendulum or a swinging pocket watch.
Yeah.
Although these two objects are now associated with hokey stage hypnosis.
Man.
You're more likely to fail and encounter resistance using these objects due to their reputation. Nonetheless, there are two secrets behind eye fixation. First, the object keeps the conscious mind occupied. opening the subconscious to suggestion. Secondly, your eyes get physically tired when they fixate or move back and forth. The next one is body scan. I've done this one 1,000 times. Again, with like
Oh yeah.
guided
I've done that.
meditation, like sound clips you can listen to on YouTube, therapy sessions where they've had me do like guided meditation.
Yep.
So a body scan is a popular method for self-hypnosis. Starting at the top of the body with your eyes closed, scan down slowly from the head to the feet. Notice every sensation, your breath expanding the rib cage, the chair on your back, the pain on your elbow, each finger extended, the feet on the ground. Repeat the process from bottom to top. Continue scanning up and down until you enter a trance.
Huh. Yeah, I've
Right?
done that
Like-
several times.
You're self-hypnotizing. Did you know that?
Nope.
Didn't know that.
Thought I was meditating.
Yeah, from what I've understood, there's a lot of overlap. Like,
Yeah.
what is the difference then between meditation and, because a lot of it is about relaxation, about trying to occupy the conscious mind, which is what you're doing when you're focusing on your breath, like doing yoga or just meditating, is you're focusing on the in and out breath and letting your mind like try to clear. And like, if a thought comes up, you address it and then try to like let it go away. It's all the same. It's very similar. There's a lot of overlap. Okay, next one is countdown breathing. You may have heard of controlled breathing for meditation, but it can also be an easy form of self-hypnosis. Here's how it works. Close your eyes and sit upright in a chair, arms on your lap. Breathe deep through your nose and out through the mouth. Using slow, controlled breaths, count down from 100. Each exhale counts as one interval. At the end, you may be in a trance. If not, continue the exercise counting down from a higher number. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, next little section is about suggestions. So a suggestion is the desired behavior to be performed by the client. Post-hypnotic suggestions are delivered after a hypnotized person enters a trance, a state in which they are more open to influence. An indirect suggestion is this method puts the control into the subject's hands rather than those of an authoritarian, respecting the patient's boundaries in clinical ethics. Further, it has proven more effective for subjects that are resistant or skeptical. Rather than order a subject to relax, which is a direct suggestion, one could say, "You might wish to close your eyes when you are comfortable." Nice.
Delightful.
Delightful.
I feel like I kind of know the difference between hypnosis and meditation.
Yeah?
I think I do.
Let's hear it.
I think with meditation, you're more trying to. Okay. I had it in my head.
Okay, I think I'm inferring.
You're not maybe not necessarily looking for a suggestion.
You're just trying to like chill out. And,
Yeah, you're trying to quiet your mind.
Okay. With hypnosis, there's a suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's kind of what I'm understanding.
That makes
at
sense.
least.
Yeah, and maybe there's
But maybe
overlap
the tactics
because,
of meditation.
but they both
is to-
sometimes have the same outcome. Like if you're wanting to, like anxiety relief, or so maybe hypnosis is like the suggestion of anxiety relief, and meditation is just clearing the mind so you naturally. I definitely see why there's a lot of overlap, but I think I see. That makes sense.
The goal isn't necessarily with meditation, I feel like, to get yourself into a trance either.
Right.
Because that.
Right.
But
But sometimes
kind
you
of a
naturally
further
do.
Step, I guess.
I
A
guess.
further step in meditation, I guess.
That makes sense.
More advanced meditation, I would guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A direct suggestion would be something like, you will go to sleep, you will stop smoking, you will lose weight. The Stanford prison experiment was an infamous example of using authority, obedience, and direct suggestions to manipulate subjects. Interesting. Voice tone. The tone of your voice is particularly useful when making suggestions. This can double up with other techniques like relaxation. You might say, "You might wish to become relaxed." You like make the word relaxed sound relaxing.
Yeah.
Or you will stop smoking. You make the word stop really like, angry.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I'll do it.
Hypnotic trigger. I feel like I've seen this in movies and shows where they like snap their fingers and they just like go in a trance. So there are many forms of hypnotic triggers. A trigger reminds the subconscious of a desired action or feeling which was suggested under hypnosis. A few examples.
Kitty thunder.
Yeah, kitties are going crazy upstairs. Examples would be like sound of a bell, snap of fingers, clap of hands, standing up or sitting down, opening a door, So an example of how a trigger could apply to agoraphobia. When you open a door, you might see your loving family on the other side. So making that suggestion so that they're not as scared to open the door.
Okay.
Nonverbal communication. Hypnotists are experts at nonverbal communication, from reading a client's body language to conveying your own nonverbal suggestions. While a client could be saying one thing consciously, the subconscious mind could tell a completely different story. A few examples: facial expressions, body posture, voice tone, pacing, eye movements, arms crossed, head nods, covering face. This goes on to say, talk about different kinds of reading, like cold reading. It says you might have seen psychics, mediums, stage hypnotists, or mentalists perform a cold read on TV for entertainment purposes. So that's when they say, is anybody in the room related to a person who died with the name that starts with a letter B? That's a cold reading.
Okay.
Let's see. This says, if the subject is not smiling, for example, the hypnotist might ask, "Are you sad?" They start by asking a general or vague question for observation. If they say yes, you could ask another. If they say yes, you go on from there. If they say no, you would reset and ask another vague question until you get a yes, and then you just keep moving on from there. You could say, "Has someone left you?" Drill down and ask a more specific question. This might be a relationship or a pet or a family member. And then they might open up and just give you the answer. "Yes, how did you know my cat Fluffy died?" With a warm reading, you make a statement that could apply to anyone, like, "You feel happy when you are surrounded by friends." With a hot reading, it's the most difficult type because you need to have some prior knowledge about the person. Let's say their family member contacted you and told you that the person was involved in a traumatic event. When you meet them, you might focus on using the regression to a cause technique because you have prior knowledge about the past event. There's just a little bit left. Misdirection is another technique. A familiar demonstration of misdirection would be a magician distracting people by waving a wand in his left hand and then performing a sleight of hand with his right hand. While the audience is misdirected, the magician sneaks a card up his sleeve, giving the illusion that it has disappeared. It can also be a visualization. Like, as you become anxious, imagine you are relaxing on a beach. Reframing is similar. It allows you to change the perception of an experience in the client's mind. For imagine you have a client that wants to lose weight. They stay inside and play video games all day. You could ask them to describe the process to level up their character in the video game, what they do, how long it takes, how strong the character is at the beginning, and then reframe the process of losing weight in their mind by comparing it to the video game, like leveling up their character.
You need to level up as a person.
Yeah. The last little bit I wanted to talk about is, again, another thing that I've done myself. There's a method of self-hypnosis known as the 3-2-1 technique. The procedure starts with your eyes open. You take notes of 3 things in the room that you can see, hear, and feel.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a way of
grounding yourself.
grounding. Yeah. It's like it occupies your conscious mind so that you can relax. So you might see a painting on the wall, a table, and a clock. You might hear birds outside the window, the hum of the refrigerator, and the clock ticking. You might feel the pressure on the chair on your back, your feet on the floor, and the warmth of the sunlight through the window. Okay. The process repeats, focusing on 2 items from each sensation, and then 1 item, hence the name 3-2-1. Then you close your eyes and start over by visualizing 3 objects from each sense in your head. Again, you count down. Once you've reached the last item, you will be in a trance. So it's just another method of self-hypnosis or relaxation.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. Yeah, I didn't realize there was such an overlap. I thought hypnosis was a much more, I don't know.
I'm a little sad that pocket watches aren't used more recently, but
that's like a old Looney Tune
I know
reference.
Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Can't trust Looney Tunes.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
That's all I got.
All right. Do we have anything else before
I don't
we
think
wrap
so.
her up? That was interesting, though.
Good.
I liked it.
Good.
Okay. So we good?
We're good.
We're good.
Good.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us in the Gory Hole Dungeon for this episode of the Gory Hole Podcast. Be sure you follow us on social media. We are at the Gory Hole Pod. And send us an email. Have you ever been hypnotized? Send us
Let
an
us
email
know.
and tell us about it.
Did you cluck?
Huh?
Did you cluck?
Did you cluck? Yeah. Did you cluck? Did you suck an imaginary dick? We want to know.
We need to know.
I really want to know. But yeah, there are stories out there. So
Yeah.
do you have one where you lost control and did things you don't remember?
Let's hear it.
We want to hear it. And send those stories to thegoryholepod@gmail.com. Don't forget, tell your friends, tell your cool coworkers to check out the Gory Hole Podcast and give us 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcast. Or go get 5 stars on ones where you don't listen. Just go get the 5 stars and then you can go back to your regular thing. So if you listen on Apple Podcasts, go do
Oh, there
five-
you go. I see what you're saying
Go do
now.
it 5
I
stars
see what
on
you're saying now.
Spotify and then go back to Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Go to Pandora or
There you
wherever.
go. Just go to all of them.
As a
Yeah.
thinker.
That was the thinker. That's
Sorry.
the thinker stinker.
I don't know. I knew what
I
I
don't
meant.
know.
I knew what I meant. And now you guys do too.
Yeah.
All right. We will see you guys next week.
Stay gory.
Bye.